Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday. We're diving into some more Spirit of Justice. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see all of your smiling faces, despite the fact that it is extremely hot outside. Everybody and their dogs just like, I'm melting! Like greetings. Ooh. Nice French greetings. Okay, so, the last time that we played Phoenix Wright. We were right in the middle of a case. It's been a while since we've actually, stopped mid-case, but yeah, the last case was particularly long. And we are about to hear what the heck happened during that magic show from Trucy's perspective. So, we're gonna see what the heck happens here. Oh, Funny Stuff says, I'm in a usually colder state, and it's like 80 degrees here. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar place. We go pee. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm totally fine with just trash jokes. Okay, let's go ahead and do the thing, shall we? There we go. Move over to the game tab and let that load up. Thank you! Mario is in Canada. He should be the one that's actually a little bit colder than everybody. And yet, we're all melting. Yay! Alright, so... Oh, Mint says, please give me your cold weather. So hot here. Agreed. I don't know. Can we all just move to Antarctica and wait for that to melt? Oh, Maple Leaf says, state where it doesn't know what weather it wants to be. Well, you said it was like 98 degrees, and it's also humid. God rest your soul. Holy crap. Don't worry, Trucy. We're getting you out. Oh, yeah. We're going to be on it. Oh, and Shadow says, if Canada is really hot, then there goes my escape plan. Well, time to go to Greenland or something. No, that's probably hot too. The ice caps are melting. We're all screwed. We all need to move to an Arctic planet, but then it's going to be cold, and there's a new thing to be complaining about. Someone please put a giant fan in Antarctica and blow the cold over here. Let's see. We must go to the North Pole! Well, Santa is currently floating on a riverboat somewhere in the North Pole at this point, I feel. Anywho, let's move on. April 28th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Oh, that was hairy. Tell me about it. We barely made it through by the skin of our teeth. Santa has a yacht, yes. I can't say I'm crazy about that prosecutor Satmati either. You know, with the way he says, let it go and move on, as if it's nothing. Let it go and move on, huh? Oh god. Oh boy, am I interrupting a secret conclave of villains? Oh shit. Oh, this asshole. Got your next evil scheme in the works already? What do you want? Scumbag. Keep making that face, champ, and everybody's gonna change the channel! Look this way! Trucy! Now, smile for the camera! Let's see those pearly whites. Oh, isn't that what the Grammary Creed tells you to do? Shut your face. It's Captain Jack Sparrow! Shadow says, I hate him, but I love him, but I hate him. Oh, I love to hate him, that's for sure. How's it feel, Trucy? Everybody's online, can't stop talking about you. They're calling you a real witch out there. Could this be the end of Troop Grammary? Go away, you creep! Oh, Jesus, you're getting on her ire. Oh, what's this? Something just changed in the frame. Looks like a yellow... Charged in the frame, rather. Looks like a yellow gorilla or something. Could it be Trucy's pet? Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse! Do you want me to get the bailiff? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. Huh? What happened to the camera? Magic tricks. It just disappeared right before our very eyes. Love his design, but man, he's a jerk. I agree. Very much hipster douchebag rich boy chic. I'll be enjoying the rest of the Trucy show from the gallery. I put on a call for Trucy's fans to come and support her earlier, by the way. And I'll get some great footage out of them. This is gonna be good. Hang loose, baby. Ah! He called in some of Trucy's fans? But for what purpose? Slander, probably. Apollo? That thing Mr. Routines just did. That was some high-level sleight of hand. Huh? Why would he know how to do something like that? I don't know, but he definitely has some serious magic skills. No way, but I thought he said magicians were all a bunch of good-for-nothings. He's a good-for-nothing, get the point. Oh, Mr. Lawyer. Question marks. Oh, hey. You're not the asshole. Oh, hello, Bonnie. Can I help you with something?
There's something that's been bothering me.
Really? What is it?
Well, you see,
Hey, dummy! What are you whispering to the lobster boy about?
Betty!
Who the heck do you think you are? Are you crazy? You want a piece of this? You know you have to talk to me first before you do or say anything, you harebrain!
Me? But I...
Shut your mouth, you dumb buddy! Come with me, now!
What were they about to ask?
Want to go out on a date?
I have no clue. I wonder what was bothering her. Funny Stuff says, the best part about watching Ace Attorney cases after playing them, foreshadowing that you never noticed before. That's true. I didn't really think about that one, but yeah. And also looking back and being like, ha, I know who done it. It's the asshole, that guy. Let's see. And Shadow says, also, he isn't a magic man, but he apparently can make cameras disappear. Something tells me he's a magic man in disguise. There's no way we're finding that out with Betty constantly hovering over her like that. Which means we have to kill Betty. Court is about to reconvene. Slurping of drinking bottle intensifies. Excuse me. Water slightly down the wrong pipe. Shouldn't have done that. Will you be alright testifying? Yes, it's just... I wonder what Mr. Rittens has up his sleeve. You okay? Oh yeah, definitely. Bit ASMR. I've already, attempted to joke that. Don't make me do it again. Don't joke, please. It's fine. I doubt he's bringing in actual fans. Yeah, probably not. I wonder what he has up his sleeve, too. He better not be trying to get under Trucy's skin right now, of all times. ... You're Trucy Wright, and you'll be fine! Oh! There goes Apollo with his best trick. That's right. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always tell myself I'm fine. So does everybody else in this universe, apparently. Alright, I'll give it a try. I'm Trucy Wright, and I'm fine! Thanks, Polly. I think I can do this now. Atta girl. Good luck up there on the stand. You'll do great. Thanks. I'll be fine. I can do this. All right, Justice, you can do this too. Time to focus on the rest of the trial. We off. Which means we have to kill Betty. Watch it, Bitby. You're turning into a villain. Intriguing. Bitby chokes on camera ASMR roleplay. God, what kind of horrible ASMR would that be? I feel like it would just be like me falling onto the microphone and then fall into the floor in like a coughing fit. Best way to comfort people, according to Apollo, scream good things in their face and then make them scream good things back. I don't know, don't you feel a lot better when you scream at somebody? Wouldn't want to start a new dark age of the law. April 28th, District Court, courtroom number 6. Loud gurgling, followed by death in ASMR. Court is now back in session. Defendant, please step up to the witness stand. She just appeared! Witch! Trucy Wright, magician. Here comes the liar, the deceitful witch! Throw the murderer in jail! Last member of that criminal troupe. Boo! We don't want to see you on stage! Order! The gallery will be quiet, or I'll have you all thrown out on the spot. What's with all the hecklers? I bet they're the fans Mr. Retton's invited. What a grade A jerk. Well, he's not gonna psych us out. Funny Stuff says, I never figured out how to gurgle and that disturbs you. I mean, it's simply just hold water in your mouth, tip your head back, and then, don't let any of it fall down your throat, and let air go through. That's about it. I don't know. Maybe there's something more to it that I can't, like, put together in my head. You can gurgle, but it has very high risks of choking. Dang. Are we not in that country anymore? No, we're currently back on the homeland with the whole Apollo and Trucy, like the Apollo, Trucy, Athena bundle. And right now, our the Wright Anything Agency is currently on the line for potentially being repossessed. It's great. We're in Japanifornia. Yes.
Now then, Miss Wright, this court would like to know if you switched from the steel sword to a rubber one on stage. So please testify about this issue.
She's just gonna try and trick us again with her magic.
Hurry up and convict her.
Give her the death penalty.
Yeah, Judge, go ahead and just kick them out.
Silence, all of you! I won't tell you again. Miss Wright, do you feel able to testify?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm fine, Your Honor. Trucy, I knew I shouldn't have let her go through with this. I'd like to make a small request. How about instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened? Would that be all right, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourself. In spite of everything, she's still smiling. And also a crowd pleaser. Our Trucy is amazing, isn't she? She sure is. She's doing just fine up there. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. She's faithfully following the Troop Grammary creed even now. She really is something else. It's showtime for magical girl Trucy Wright! Watch carefully now, everybody! So, the testimony is the magic trick. This is amazing. Hold on, I'm reading the chat real quick. The animation is so good. Well, let's go and take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on this sword. Allow me to demonstrate just how sharp this blade truly is. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. A very sharp sword indeed. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take this sword and... Presto Sordo! There! I've switched it. And now... Hook! Uh-huh. As you can see, the blade is not steel, but rubber. That budget, though.
Bravo, Miss Wright!
Wow, she switched them in a flash. I couldn't see her do it at all.
She's completely turned the room around. The hecklers are being drowned out by all the cheering.
Where did the steel sword vanish off to, Miss Wright? In order to deepen our understanding of the case, please tell us if you would. I'm not asking out of a mere curiosity.
I'm not asking out of mere curiosity, just so you know. I usually hide the steel sword backstage when I switch them during this show.
So when you thrust the rubber sword into the coffin, the steel sword wasn't even on stage, but behind the curtain?
Exactly. So, you see, there is a trick and a gimmick to it after all. And as for where the steel sword went when I performed the trick just now, it's a secret. Wouldn't want to spoil the magic for you, now would I? I mean, you've already spoiled the other magic. Why not?
Oh.
That's our Trucy.
Yeah, still.
Miss Wright, that part where you spun around, that's an actual part of the sword switching trick you do for the show, right? Right. The other parts, like the apple, were just to help with my explanation here in court. That's funny. I think I found an inconsistency in her testimony. And it looks like I'm not the only one. I don't know what it's doing there, but now that I found it, I have to get to the bottom of it. Watch Sadmadhi sit down and find the sword.
Ouch! Now then, Mr. Justice, you may go ahead and question the witness. But try not to ask dumb questions and spoil the wondrous magic.
I thought this was supposed to be my cross-examination. Oh, sweet holy mother! Shadow says, reminds me of the murder weapon is in the judge chair. Oh, good lord. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on this sword. No!
Please be careful, Miss Wright.
Don't worry, I practiced this trick 1,000 times. That's right, Apollo. You have to give Trucy some credit. She knows what she's doing.
I know, but it still makes me nervous every time.
But that's what magic is all about. A truly great magician can make her audience experience all kinds of thrills and chills. I guess you're right. I better not try to interrupt her too much while she's doing the trick. I don't want to distract her or break her concentration and have her, like, accidentally stab herself. Yay! And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the exciting world of magic that will not get interrupted with another press. Allow me to demonstrate just how sharp this blade truly is.
Miss Wright! Please don't swing that big, dangerous thing around. Somebody could get hurt.
Apollo! Please don't shout when I'm swinging said blade around. Somebody could get hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't help myself. You should know better than to talk to me when I'm on stage.
Mr. Justice, I'll see you in my chambers after court is adjourned.
Uh-oh. I don't suppose somebody can make me disappear before that happens. Wadey said, I really overthought this part of the playthrough. We'll see. Let's just watch quietly, shall we, Apollo? And now, back to the show. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. A very sharp sword indeed.
So it's definitely a real sword, right?
Now, Apollo. I know you're excited, but you have to control yourself.
Mr. Justice, if you needlessly interrupt this wonderful magic show again, I will be forced to bring my very real gavel down on your head.
The judge seems to be completely taken in by Trucy's magic.
Yeah, it's like she cast a magic spell over him.
I better not interrupt her anymore. There's no telling what the judge might do to me.
Miss Wright, please ignore any further outbursts from Mr. Justice, and proceed with your spectacular trick.
All right, here I go then. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take this sword and...
Oops, I did it again.
I've had it up to here, Apollo. Can't you listen quietly like a big boy? Sorry about that. Got a little too worked up. Apollo. Now, boys and girls, watch carefully and please don't kick the seat in front of you. I will now take this sword and... Presto, swordo. There, I switched it.
So you switched swords when you spun around just now.
That's right. It's the same way I do the trick in the actual magic show, too. But I'm also doing a lot of extra things that I don't do during the show right now, though. The key point is the sword switching. If only we could prove she did it during the actual show, too.
Right. Prove that she switched them during the show.
What's the matter, Apollo? You look troubled.
No, it's nothing. Uh-oh. This is quite the pickle. How should I go about handling this? Miss Wright, please continue with your trick.
So you've all just wished me switching the sword. And now, oh, whoopsies. Here, do it. Yoink.
Whoa, watch out!
What do you think you're doing, Apollo?
But you were putting yourself in danger! I couldn't just stand by and not say something! Mr. Justice, you're putting your head in danger of meeting my gavel.
Apollo ruins a magic show, the game. Apollo, you better apologize before you become this case's next victim. I'm very sorry, everyone. How did it come to this? All right, boys and girls, if you want to ask for an encore, wait until the end, okay? Now then, my sword was sharp as steel just moments ago, but... as you can see, the blade is not steel, but rubber. Mitt says, I fully expected Apollo being the Scooby Gang's next mystery.
Wow, that's incredible! When in the world did you switch them?
Huh? But I explained it once already. Could you show it to me again? Sure. But remember, a magician doesn't usually share her secrets, so this is a very special exception. And I'm very grateful for your generosity, believe me. I better take a good hard look at the instant she switches the swords. Even though she explained how she does it, I can't see her do it. It blows me away no matter how many times I watch.
Yeah, me too, but...
What is it, Apollo? Did you notice anything about the way Trucy moves during the trick? You mean, like, her movements?
I don't get it. What's the real story, Trucy?
So, my thoughts... Presto sordo, there I've switched it. And this is the swirl. Now, if I had to make any kind of assumption on what this is about, I feel like it's probably how the swords, like, you know, just how the spin works in the footage. So let's go ahead and take another look at that. Let's see, where is that? Here's the show footage. Let's take a look at it real quick. And we've seen this several frickin' times, but anyways. Bring it to life.
I'm gonna stab the thing, and she's gonna watch, you know, have him do it and watch it.
Bada bum, bada bing. All right, I saw a twirl there, but hold on a moment. Stabby, stabby. How dare you? You're no match for me, Miss Bun Bun. She didn't exactly do the twirl there, did she? Nope, I feel like she didn't. I think the puppet did, but she certainly didn't.
Objection!
Miss Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you. She did the same hand twirl, though. Yeah, she did, but again. What is it, Apollo? There seems to be a discrepancy between the way you performed the trick for us just now and the way it appears in the show footage. What? But that can't be. I performed it exactly the same way both times.
Then what's going on here?
Miss Wright, I have to the show footage right here. And the part where you twirl your cape around is missing from it. What? But I did it. So, it really is the exact moment you switched the swords? Yes, that's right. I knew it. Well, I certainly never expected the defense to expose the accused's lie for me.
Mr. Justice, does this mean that you are arguing that the defendant did not swap the swords during the actual magic show?
No, Your Honor, that wasn't my intention. I mean, I did swap them. I know I did. I'm absolutely sure of it. Human memory is unreliable at best, but in this case, I'm afraid that it is the witness herself who cannot be trusted. We can see the footage for ourselves. The claim of this witness are false. Claims, rather. But... Now that it has been proven that the accused did not swap swords, it means that the use of the steel sword to pierce the coffin was wholly intentional. Who is this god? I don't know. Ignore pretty boy. And by the way, was it not you, Mr. Justice, who argued, that Mr. Rias's death was not an accident, but murder. I assume you have no objections to that still? It was, after all, your own assertion?
The defense, The defense has an objection to you, Mr. Apollo Justice. Shit.
I demand you withdraw the discrepancy you pointed out now. I know, the words are out. I can't put them back in the jar.
But there is a discrepancy, and it must mean something, I'm sure of it.
Funny Stuff says, I want to put a mosquito over the animation where he claps his hands together. Oh dear, something tells me that's exactly what's going to happen.
Would the defense team kindly save their spat until after court is adjourned? Now, after all this debate, court is adjourned. It seems we've come back around to the original argument. The defendant knew about the prank plan that would place the victim inside the coffin. What's more, the defendant did not perform the sword-switching trick on stage.
Through her actions, I'm afraid I have come to see the true intentions of the accused. Her murderous intentions. He does what Saitama was unable to.
It's such a shame.
But I did switch the swords. I swear.
You're knee-deep in it now, Justice.
Oh dear. All her fans are gonna start getting angry. Hold it, who? Oh, hello, you.
Excuse me, but
Let's see. You are... which one again? Benny. No, that's not right. Bonnie.
it's Bonnie. You are mixing the two names together, Your Honor.
Oh, pardon me. And do you have something you wish to say, Bonnie?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to testify.
About what?
The more I think about it, the less possible it seems. I don't believe Trucy killed Mr. Rias.
Bonnie? Hold it. Oh, god damn it.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Such an incredibly gifted and talented magician would never commit murder. I refuse to believe it.
What are you talking about, you harebrained hare? You keep your trap shut. I got a bag of baby carrots for you, so chew on those and pipe down.
No, I won't be quiet.
What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me?
Trucy said something to me once. She said, no matter how scared you get, no matter how mean people are to you, you can't give in or give up. That's what being a professional magician is all about. Isn't that right, Trucy?
That's right, Bonnie. Aw, that's adorable.
The power of friendship.
Jesus, yes.
I've always been afraid to stand up to Betty, afraid to defy, so I did what she said. But when I saw Trucy today, she gave me strength.
She's just gonna try and trick us again with her magic.
Hurry up and convict her already!
Give her the death penalty. I'ma do it anyway.
I'd like to make a small request. How about instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened? Would that be all right, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourself.
Wow, that was all you needed to finally learn, like, I should stand up for myself.
Seeing her courage, the way she kept smiling despite everything, she's just incredible. So I'm not gonna run away. I'm scared, but for once, I'm gonna be brave.
This is a very nice time to finally have that happen.
What have you done to my sister, Trucy Wright? You've practically brainwashed her!
It's the power of Trucy's conviction. That's what it is. It's touched Bonnie's heart. Yeah, sappy as balls. The Trucy's really is one magical girl. Bonnie, is the topic of your testimony related to that thing that was bothering you? That thing you tried to tell us about in the lobby during the recess?
Yes, Ever since I saw the show footage, something's been nagging at me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's off. I feel like something about it is different from what I saw on the stage.
What do you mean by that, Bonnie?
I wonder if it was shown on TV. What was shown on TV is really the same as what happened on stage.
Ooh, can we go to a television program and get like a copy of the actual thing that happened on TV? Of course it is. The show has only been performed once after all. It can't show anything other than what happened on that stage yesterday.
But Bonnie's testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage. But what can we check it against? Do you have some other footage of the show? Well,
I have some show footage.
You do?
One of the TV station's cameramen said he was a fan of mine. He kept his camera on me throughout the entire show. And then, afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present.
How convenient. Has Nayuta ever heard of video editing? Clearly no. He lives in another place. One place that is, like, void of technology and things that, taint your soul. He did.
To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy, so I was gonna get rid of it.
Please, submit that footage to the court! Nayuta lives with the Roman gods.
now then, let's take a look at this new footage.
Alright, this should look fun. Oh, this is happening, like, back behind the curtain. Neat. Hello, everybody. Stop looking at my ass! Bloody blah, blobbity blue. How-da-da. I'm a magician. And presto. There goes the explosion. Okay. How dare you! You vile fiend! How did you do the thing? Well, okay. Cards. I don't remember the cards being there. Wait a minute. Wait. The coffin didn't open.
Wow,
Okay then.
he really did keep his camera on Bonnie the whole time, didn't he?
I think this cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work.
Well, Defense, do you still believe this new show footage is worth inspecting? Shadow says the cards were new, I think, and the coffin never opened. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here. Ooh, funny stuff got some squids to spawn. Hurrah!
Of course I do.
By the way, did you see that I posted the thing about the fact that I'm going to try and make an underwater tunnel to the desert? I'm insane. And it'll probably take forever. Okay, so how are we going to go about this? Let's try comparing the two. We just might find an inconsistency between them. Good luck, Lod. An inconsistency, huh? Yes, the two pieces of footage are of the same scene, so they should match up. You could try to help if you want. I mean, I kind of have it all mapped out and all that jazz. I guess if you wanted to help out in any capacity, maybe get your hand on a boatload of sand. Which, ironically, that's where the desert is. So, try and collect sand, I suppose. Make it in a chest somewhere nearby that area, because I'm going to need a lot of sand for glass. Or if you wanted to also fire it up and turn it into glass, you could do that too. But Bonnie felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we can pick out what's different between the two, we'll know what Bonnie found strange. Exactly. Plus, we may figure out why the original doesn't show the sword-switching trick. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage. Shadow says, if you need my sea pickles, they're in the chest upstairs. Coordinates of 3 different coral reefs. You won't run out. You just need to get more. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Very well, I will allow it.
What a waste of time. Apollo, Do you know how to compare the two pieces of footage?
No, I've never done it before.
I'll give you a little lesson then. Use the buttons on the bottom screen to operate the playback. When you want to speed through, touch the fast forward button, A. And if you want to go back, touch the rewind button, Y. If you want to halt the playback, you can touch the pause button, B. Oh, and by the way, if you fast forward or rewind, then the playback is paused. You can do a slow frame-by-frame playback.
Okay, and so how do I switch between the two videos?
I just touch the switch camera button at the top left over there. There's the, breaking every single fourth wall on the planet to show you the interface. Whatever. Now, if you find a difference between the two pieces of footage, put the cursor over what's different and present X it to the court.
Thanks, Athena. You really know your stuff.
Nah, not really. I just gave it some gusto and then went with my guts on most of it.
What? Oh, I sure hope she guessed right. Anyway, let's give it a try.
Very well. So that's... Oh, shit!
Sorry! Look, there's a clear difference between the two pieces of footage right here. I'm afraid I don't see any difference there. Blink and you'll miss it, Your Honor, so don't blink. Staring so hard at these images for such a long time, it's starting to make my eyes feel funny. Is this what they call eye strain? But besides that, I don't see anything else strange with this footage.
I guess it was too much to ask of His Honor's ancient eyes. Would you like some reading glasses, Your Honor?
As if! Sorry!
So we're looking for some kind of difference or discrepancy, but I know, I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button and I did the thing and now I am feeling bad.
Let me try that again, Your Honor.
Okay, so this switches to number 2. Again, one of the discrepancies is... Pretty sure it's the cards. I don't remember cards ever being thrown. Here, let me just go ahead and, press the fast forward button. Do. Explosion, huh? What? How dare you, you fiend! And then, let me see. Skippity. Oh, wait a minute. Back. Okay, can I get a real good shot of a card here? Right, there we go. Why the heck are there playing cards just flying through here? Apollo objecting without thinking, episode 100.
This is it, right here. Take a good look at this scene and compare it to the video shot from the front. Oh, the playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front.
Hey, you're right. What's going on here?
Miss Wright, what can you tell us about these playing cards?
Oh, those? They're the cards I threw when I do the sword switching trick.
What? Mr. Justice, does this mean? Yes, it means that the sword switching trick was cut from the TV show footage.
So the footage was edited?
There, you know what it is.
Oh, Shadow says, late night ice cream truck interrupting once again. The Mr. Softy jingle is starting to get on my nerves a little. It's melting into my head like delicious ice cream melting into my brain.
Yes, with malicious intent.
That is absurd.
Well, we must get to the bottom of this right away. Bailiff, the TV station might still have the unedited footage. Go see what you can find out.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, who's being a jerk now? Oh, right. Jesus, you hipster bastard. What?
It's you. Now, hold up, Your Honor. This is all just a big misunderstanding. Believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers. And who might you be? Right. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there.
Here's my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, Your Honor. It's Robert Downey Jr. Sparrow, Jack, Captain Jack Downey Jr. Hey, yo, Captain Jack.
Oh, well, how very polite of you.
It's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Sadmahi. Please, take my card. A business card? Oh, yes, I read about this custom amongst businessmen in this country. I have even familiarized myself with the various replies. How do you do, good sir? Or, what's crack-a-lackin', homie? Not exactly a good one.
Oh, you're from Take-Two TV, aren't you, is this? Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on television before.
Yes, Roger Ratins, otherwise known as the Ratings Raja. He is a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late.
Like the narcissistic bastard he is. No one says that anymore, Nahuta. He's from a different time, and I don't think that time is anywhere within the last, 5 centuries.
He is best known for his catchphrase, "Hang loose, baby."
Oh my, so you're the Ratings Raja.
Hang loose, judgy baby. Nice courtroom you got here.
I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. But, Prosecutor Sadmahi, how do you know so much about him?
I'm not a fanboy, I swear. In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. I found the Ratings Raja Goes to Burger Barn on particular interest. It inspired me to visit that restaurant straight away and learn more about the local cuisine.
Was that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives? Now I just imagine, again, Ritten's just going,
we're out here, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. What? You went to Burger Barn?
Who would have thought?
You must have really wanted to try it, huh, buddy? Because that line, whoo.
Compared to my ascetic training, an hour's wait is nothing.
Takes an hour to get a burger from that place? Bullshit. Burger Barn, new Burger King. I don't know. All I can think is like Al's Toy Barn mixed with Burger King somehow.
I recommend the Southwestern Burger with jalapeno jack cheese, by the way.
Damn it. You had me until the jalapeno jack cheese because I don't like jalapenos. But you're... Harold and Kumar reference. I'm having a really hard time picturing him in line for burgers.
Prosecutor Sadmahi's unexpected enthusiasm for food aside, Mr. Rittens, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned? Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this anyway, so I might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show you the part with the playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, keep your eyes peeled. Ah, you fiend, what's going down here? So, yes, pointing, and then... spins! I assume those cards were probably just to, keep people occupied. Also, conveniently, he cut out the part where the case was not cracked open. But, Funny Stuff says, Nahuta talking about burgers is one of their favorite lines in the game because of just how silly it's coming from him.
Yes, I will go with a 3rd pounder.
Did you see the part where that was cut where Trucy switched the swords? She spins around and the playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be. Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick.
Which means the sword Miss Wright thrust into the coffin was the rubber one. In other words, Miss Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Rias. Oh my god.
Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding right there.
What do you mean?
Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So, yeah, maybe she didn't kill Mr. Rias when she stabbed the coffin. But that just means he was killed after he showed up pretending to be a corpse.
So you're saying that up until that point, everything was going according to the script?
If that's true, then when and how exactly do you think he was killed?
It was after the dragon set piece came crashing down.
I thought this was going to come into play. How convenient.
I say Trucy murdered Mr. Rias when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon and nobody'd be the wiser.
Oh yeah, and Mapley said earlier, instead of a man dressed as a chicken, it's a man dressed as a cow.
I see. Indeed, there is a ring of truth to your assertion.
You bet. Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. It's towards the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. Might be easier to just see for yourself.
Okay. Which tape are we using here? This looks like the old footage. Anyway, yeah, I talked about that earlier, but, you know.
Only for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here.
Ta-da.
This suspicious shadow must be Trucy. She's using the steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim.
Or, could be something else.
Now that you mention it, I suppose it does look that way.
Shadow says, thinking of someone dressed as an animal in a restaurant is giving you, wild duck burger flashbacks from Persona 3. Good lord, I need to go and play Persona, definitely. Also, buddy of mine, like, we've been talking about Persona left and right here. Buddy of mine, Ben, you know him from, like, the Hat in Time stream that we did. He came up to me and he's just like, dude, you need to go, like, you definitely need to go and play Persona. I'm like, yeah, that's the plan. I'm definitely going to do that. It's like, oh, really? Yeah, I kind of already knew. Just like, do you know what Persona is? It's like, yes. Oh, play it. I will. All right, then. All right. Fine. This witness is just trying to ram his theory down our throats, Your Honor. And that's not all. Aren't we forgetting that the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage?
You see, there's your second misunderstanding right there. Your Honor, would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV, and I've always wanted to give it a shot.
That would be fine with me. Prosecutor Sadmati.
This is quite unexpected. It threatens to disrupt the karmic course of this case.
Hey, lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I've gotta say, promise?
Very well. However, if you do anything to impede the last rites for the victim, I will have you removed.
All right, with the prosecutor Sadmati permission, please give us your testimony, Mr. Rittens.
Roger Rittens, Rayton Roger, now Kaiser, the courtroom. I'm talking over the floor, so listen up, loyal viewers.
Shadow says, just saying, don't skip Persona 3, just probably don't start with Persona 3. Don't worry. Retten's ramming his theory down our throats the same way Nayuta ate his southwestern burger with jalapeno. No. Funny stuff, Jesus. This prosecutor is pretty. I like him. Jesus.
Footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Scenes are spliced together, so long or boring scenes are cut out. All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional. Oh, well, you got some proof that I had an ulterior motive for editing the footage?
How did those earrings not hurt his ears? Good question. I'm guessing with some intense training. Or, you know, just like having them in for so freaking long.
I see. So you're saying it was a coincidence that the sword swapping scene was cut?
That's right. Glad you got the picture.
This fucker is inviting you to prove him wrong, and I will.
Coincidence? That's just a little too convenient if you ask me.
Oh, an objection! Oh, how cool! It sure packs a lot more punch when you hear it live! Do that again! I want to get another shot for a different angle!
My objection is not for your entertainment. And cut! There, I caught some good stuff there! Mr. Ratines, filming is prohibited inside the courthouse.
Oops, my bad, Judge.
And if the defense has an issue, it can point it out during its cross-examination.
Will do, Your Honor. Let's do it. All right, footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Boy, this is going into like some serious like television ethics, I tell you. Just like uncut, the pure footage, or let's just skip for time. Me, I kind of go like a little bit both.
Really? I've never heard anybody say that.
It's common knowledge in the TV world. You got any idea what a snooze cruise it'd be to watch a magic show without editing? A magic show like that one, anyway?
That was ice cold. Also, don't you think it's a little bit scrupuous, scrupuous to... Seriously, like the entire idea behind magic is to sort of like mystify people, and if people found out, oh, there was a jump cut here. I don't know, I feel like that would be a little distasteful.
Anyway, editing is what makes TV worth watching. Scenes are spliced together as long or boring scenes are cut out there. Whatever.
Are you saying you thought there were boring scenes in Miss Wright's magic show?
Gotta ask, that script and presentation deserved a place on the cutting room floor. Broadcasting that mess as is would have been a complete disaster. That's why I had to edit the footage. It's just what a TV man does.
Mapley says, I need a baseball bat. Any baseball bat.
What didn't you like about the show exactly?
The whole thing was a major snooze fest. Maybe common folk like you don't get it. But a show is only as good as how loud, flashy, and thrashy it is.
It was plenty loud and flashy on its own. All you did was add the trash.
I suppose each industry has its own way of doing things. Just as we in the legal profession focus exclusively on evidence and testimony.
Mint says, reads wiki page in order to make meme, gets spoiled. Again, relax. Don't say anything in chat.
Exactly, whether it's showbiz or legal biz, we do what we gotta do to get the job done. Anyway, editing footage is just like editing footage is just a matter of course in the TV industry.
That's weird. I have not heard like that combination of words much. Wiki is a dangerous place. I agree. That's why I try not to touch those, and why I try to just get through the game without touching like walkthroughs. Never go to wikis of Ace Attorney characters. And Maple's dog is laying on their leg. Ah!
All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something.
It wasn't done maliciously, huh?
But I get the distinct impression that you bear feelings of ill will towards Troop Grammary. Check memes. As long as it's not a spoiler. If you can confirm that, I'll check memes.
What makes you think that?
The thing that you yourself have said.
You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Grammary magicians are all a bunch of lowlives.
It is not a spoiler. Okay, let me see.
Fuck.
Here. No, I need the full-size meme, please. Thank you. There it is. Oh, son of a... Ignore!
I didn't do anything, I swear.
Yeah, that's a little view behind the scenes of all the layering. Woo! Anyways. Give me knife. Okay. I also get the impression that you felt this way for a long time.
Words such as those can be interpreted in many different ways. For example, though I bear the defense no ill will, I would not hesitate to say that he is a good-for-nothing lout-out lawyer.
You bear me no ill will. Could have fooled me.
And yet it is the truth. I am only strict on you, as it seems you have strayed from the path.
If you have any objections, Mr. Justice, please make your case with evidence in the future. Mr. Ratines, please continue your testimony.
Oh, yeah, right. Shadow says, I'm trying super hard not to spoil myself on Daigakuten Saiban, but you already know 2 major spoilers. Actually, maybe 3. Nothing whatsoever about the cases aside from those. Although the spoilers you got have made you love the game even more. You physically can't handle the suspense, so it's probably a good thing. I'm really, really hoping there's a port. If not, I would love to play the fan, you know, like the fan interpreted herps. Question, is that game out on cartridge or not? I don't remember, and I'm not sure.
It's just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional.
Of all the scenes you could have cut, why the sword switching trick? That seems like too much of a coincidence to me.
Oh, so now you're gonna tell me how I'm supposed to edit my programs. Big shot. It's hard being the boss, kid. You gotta make the tough choices, like which content gets cut.
Then let me ask you this. Why exactly did you make such a tough choice in this case?
You wouldn't understand, champ. It's all about artistic vision. I tell you, people tell you how to do your job when they don't know the first thing about it.
The internet! Explained in one word. One sentence. I may not know TV, but I know evidence law, and boy do I have some for you, champ. I might not be able to show you your selective editing was intentional. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and that... Okay, this is the evidence that proves it. Ooh, okay, interesting. The only way you can patch it is via cartridge or Android, not digital, so no iOS yet, okay. Oh, Maple Leaf says, I just realized Sadbati looks like, Sesshomaru from Inuyasha, though I'm not sure if I've heard that anime. I mean, I know what Inuyasha is, I just have not ever watched it. Anyway, and I don't know any of the characters. Okay. Proof of ill will towards the Gramros. Let me see. What would be good? The clipboard used by Trucy to sign her contract, also instrumental in... let me see. Prank plan script. The corpse appearing and the set piece falling were staged by Roger Rettins. Right. You know what? I think this is probably it. Mr. Rios' body will appear in the supposedly empty coffin, which should cause a big ruckus. After capturing a bit of Trucy's reaction on film, Mr. Rios will come back to life, laughing, flying up in the air, causing another round of surprise. Oh, here's another note. Get the video camera after Mr. Rios comes tumbling out. That's probably not, yeah, no. Sessho Meru. That is, I probably pronounced it incorrect again. So, anyways, yeah, oh, okay. I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it. I mean, clearly you did a prank. I mean, I guess I would say that's a pretty good assumption of what it is. It might not be right, though. I don't know. We'll see. Uh-oh. This piece of evidence proves that you bear ill will towards the defendant.
That thing? What could that possibly prove?
But take a good look right here. Wouldn't you agree that it puts you in a bad light?
But looking bad and having evil intentions are two entirely different things.
Look at me, for example. I'm not evil, but I am a bit of a bad guy.
A bad boy, rather, sorry. I thought he was, like, admitting it for a second there.
Oh, if I could be a bad boy myself. But bad lawyers get penalties for presenting bad evidence.
Yeah, that was my bad. So bad.
Look, I didn't mean anything by it. It was just a coincidence. I edited out that scene.
Okay, well, let me see. Obviously, there's something to that. Of all the tricks, why this?
Whatever.
You have a grudge.
No, I don't.
Judge walks into the court with a leather jacket. Studded leather jacket. He rides in on a motorcycle. Alright, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it. Alright, let me see. Apollo, bad boy defense attorney. How you've grown. Let's see. Bonnie's script fire trick was canceled. Let me just see. Maybe the show script's got something to do with it. No. No. Okay, it's gotta have something to do with Britain specifically. Nothing about that, I don't think. I mean, maybe the contract? First party will pay all expenses for the magic show. Second party will confer all program broadcasting rights to the first party. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation. And then there's the signature. So, Shadow says this guy screams suspicious, but to be fair, every witness or person related to the case, because you don't recall him being a witness, is suspect. Yeah, a lot of people are suspicious here. I'd agree. Anyway, yeah, I guess maybe ill will would, like, tying her into such a horrible-ass contract? What the fuck? This piece of evidence proves it. No, it doesn't. Oh, dear. Well, I haven't run into quite a hurdle like this in a while. Save scumming time! You're not far off. Okay. All right, I did it. All right, come on. Wasn't intentional. Well, okay. Maybe I could end up doing real well for, like, the last 2 little bits of life I have left. So, you don't know. You don't know. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it. Okay. So far, we have presented the contract, and we have presented the prank plan. So now we got to think of something else that is directly connected to him. I mean, I really doubt this evidence would have, like, nah. The true evidence, like the true recording, probably doesn't have anything to do with it. You know, I don't know. Maybe the clipboard. The thing is, the one thing that I'm really hung up on when it comes to the clipboard is that we don't really have 100% confirmation that that clipboard is his. So, I mean, what's that gonna do? You know, like. That being said, it's kind of one of the only things I can think. So. Huh, what's that you got there? This is the contract. What the? Wait. Couldn't the contract have worked either way roundaboutly? Why couldn't the contract have been right? This is the contract you had Miss Wright sign just before the magic show. This contract between the first party, Take-Two TV, and the second party, Miss Wright, reads, if, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party.
$3 million? That's a completely unreasonable sum.
I couldn't agree more. And of course, Miss Wright doesn't have that kind of money. Nevertheless, Roger Rettens had her sign this unreasonable contract anyway. Or, more accurately, he conned her into signing it.
Conned her? How did he do that?
There's a trick to the clipboard that was used by Miss Wright to sign her contract. Funny Stuff says, oh yeah, this should have been one of those times where more than one evidence could work. Nope. It houses carbon paper that can secretly copy her signature onto other documents.
Oh, come on now. That's quite a nasty accusation you're slinging my way. For starters, you don't have any proof I had anything to do with that carbon paper stuff. Just because Trucy and her agency can't pay up, that doesn't mean I can't.
But $3 million. That's totally out of reach for the average person. In any case, this is important new information. Please add it to your testimony, Mr. Rettins.
Where's your proof linking me to that tricked out clipboard? You don't have any, do you?
This clipboard is yours, though, isn't it, Mr. Rettins?
Well, it belongs to the TV station anyway, that much I know. Maybe it was an old prop from one of our TV shows that got used by mistake.
Or maybe you used it on purpose to con Miss Wright.
Mr. Rettins has already stated that he did not. Mr. Justice, please do not use this trial to try to get out of paying your agency's debt.
That's not what I'm doing. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing.
Proof Mr. Rettins is connected to the carbon paper, huh? If Trucy's signature was copied onto the fake contract, then there must be an original contract that Trucy actually did sign.
True, but I bet Mr. Rettins is too savvy to leave something like that behind as evidence. But what if her signature was copied onto more than just the fake contract?
Like a third document with Trucy's signature on it? Have we seen anything like that, though?
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Let's continue with my testimony.
Or
what, you got some proof that I had no ulterior motive for editing the footage? Here, hold on a second.
Well, let's just cement those 2 life points. And now, there's one little note that I have been a little bit concerned about, and that happens to be this right here. Note found in the dressing room after the incident that bears Trucy's signature.
Objection!
You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Especially when it comes to contract law.
Hey, kid, would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster? Think of the viewers!
I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now, let's compare the signature to the one here on this contract. 100% absolutely perfect.
Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same.
That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name in exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy.
Yes, keep going.
These signatures are proof positive that you conned Miss Wright. And they definitively prove your malicious intent.
Say, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had in you. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure.
Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Rettins. The fact is, you bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intent, isn't that right?
What a forced argument, defense. All you have really proven is not his ill will towards Miss Wright, but with
pecuniary greed. Pecuniary. Never seen that word before. It's fancy.
That's right. I just wanted money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar. That's all.
After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show.
That's a word, huh? Yes.
Fancy.
So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right?
Pecuniary basically means monetary. Yeah, I figured. I just never seen it before. He didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy.
You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those grammar magicians are all a bunch of lowlives.
I can't prove it with anything, but the thing he said all point to that. The things he said all point to that fact. There must be something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Rettens and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them. Hidden connections?
What is it now?
Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice?
It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely, it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims.
Objection!
Well, feck you, sir. I'm sorry. You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument, you'll wish you'd taken me a whole lot more seriously.
Will I really? Very well then. Do proceed.
Did you figure something out, Apollo?
Nope, nothing.
What? That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing.
If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate.
After I save, Your Honor. Because I don't have much life left, and I'm very scared.
What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Rettens?
He's Trucy's biggest fan. They're dating. That sleight of hand trick Mr. Rettens did during the recess earlier. Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff?
Huh? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me.
What if Mr. Rettens is a magician too? What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me.
Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way.
Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Curianism states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he's still gonna get it anyway. He isn't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Rettens perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. While I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician, you must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor?
If a connection as tenuous as that is all it takes, then every magician in the country could potentially bear ill will towards the accused.
I guess you're right. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff?
You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Pawnee. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey.
Oh, God, screw you. You know, at least we're going upwards. He was calling me like a snail before. Now I'm a monkey. Okay, cool. Oh, foreshadowing. Oh, God. What?
Numbskull for a numbskull.
Well, this numbskull has thick skin, so there. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on. I can think of one person. One magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Troop Gramarye. Oh? No way!
Is something wrong, Mr. Justice?
If this turns out to be like somehow Zach Gramarye's alive, I'm gonna be laughing my ass off. Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time.
I see. And what sort of evidence do you have for us?
Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime.
What?
And what have you come up with this time, Defense? Trissy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Gramarye and its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against Mrs. Wright. Okay, hold on a second. I can save at this screen. Happy. I am very happy. So, interesting. Let's take a gander at this. So okay. So 2 out of 5 of these people are dead. One of them absolutely cannot possibly be it. What? Actually, no, 3 out of 5 of these people are dead now that I think about it. One of them, actually 2 of them possibly can't do it. So I feel like that's a red herring. Troop Gramarye Creed. True entertainment. Okay, so this is the Gramarye notebook. Because one thing I kind of think is maybe the notebook has got something to do with it. This piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against Miss Wright. All right. Well, okay, that's pretty much done. I'm just trying to think very thoroughly about this, just to make sure that we got this all down, all good. Victim's real name was Man of Mystery. For God's sakes. So, all right. So, they were really hardcore hinting at the fact that they had something in particular. You know, Trucy had something that magicians would really, really want. And I think this is what we need to be presenting right now.
That points to the person who has a grudge against Miss Wright, does it, Mr. Justice?
That it does, and it does it surprisingly well.
Oh, how?
Well, you'll find that out after this short intermission. See you in Act 2! Is that how it goes, right? I think that's how it goes, right?
Keep this up, and it's curtains for you, Mr. Justice.
Oops. Alright, guess I won't be seeing you in Act 2 then. This game really makes you think, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. But you're right, Apollo, there is someone with a grudge against Troop Gramarye. Yeah, Your Honor, please recall that Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Gramarye and its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against... Alright. Do I need a hint? I'm on the... I'm on the one bar. Alright. No, it's fine. If anything, I could just refresh, and it's good. It's good. My badge! Hell no. Let's see. The 13-year-old poster has got to have something to do with it. But the thing is, again, most of the people within this thing here, they're dead. Unless somehow...
And what exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice? Who?
13 years ago, the great Mr. Rias belonged to Troop Gramarye. But then, the troop ousted him, and Mr. Rias vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through a ruination of their sole heir?
But Mr. Rias is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect.
But is he really dead?
What do you mean, is he really dead?
If the fact that Mr. Rias is the victim is what's throwing you off, then how about we consider this possibility? What if the man who died on that stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Rias? What? You mean the victim was an imposter? He does sort of look like a magician. I'll give him that. Behold Ace Attorney logic.
Not Mr. Rios? Then what about the real Mr. Rios?
It would mean that the real Mr. Rios is still alive.
That's absurd.
It is. Welcome to the courtroom of the American people. The victim wasn't the victim. Case closed, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice, who is the real Mr. Rios, if not the victim of this case?
It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick, the trick to this entire case. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated Troop Grammary and wanted to sully its name. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mr. Rios in his stead. The real Mr. Rios is... Shit.
But that's...
Yes. Yes, it is. Roger Rettens is the real Mr. Rios.
What?
Him? The guy who died looked as if he hadn't aged in a day in 13 years from the Mr. Rios on the poster. Yes. So he killed his past self. He brought him back from back in time.
Oh, hollow red pepper, your impotent seeds sprout naught but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory.
It's not a bad idea for a soap opera.
Oh, but not even die-hard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot.
Thus continuing the trope that pretty much everyone in Troop Grammary is a douche. Yes. You want proof? Well, I got proof. I can prove it by proving that the Mr. Rios in yesterday's magic show is a fake. And to do that, I just need you to look at this spot on this poster. Ah, I get it. That checks out too. This is the injury Mr. Rios sustained while practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However, the laugh of triumph. I know what I'm doing now. The video the victim shot of himself shows no trace of that injury.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. Either that or it's makeup. Did you think about that one, Justice?
Now, Mr. Rettens, what do you suppose we'd find if we took a look at your right forearm? Is there by a chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours? Well, Mr. Rettens, why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Or are you hiding something else up there? Yeah, I'm hiding a gun up there. I'm gonna shoot the whole place.
Come on now, I have nothing up my sleeve. I don't need to hide anything up there, because I require no tricks or gimmicks. For you see, my magic is the real deal.
Hello.
Is this what you are hoping to see?
Oh, there it is! The scar! Just as I thought!
That's right. I am the forgotten magician, abandoned to the dark understage of history.
Yes. The great Mr. Rios.
This
Is totally
Absurd!
This is great. I love him. He's such an asshole.
How ironic, wouldn't you say? That this odious mark, carved into me by Troop Grammary, would bring me back into the limelight once more. Strange are the karmic threads before me. If the witness is the real Mr. Rias, then who is the victim who perished in the magic show?
He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several years ago. He said he'd become a magician out of an admiration for the great Mr. Rias. In confidence, I told him my true identity and let him take on my mantle.
And when did this man take over for you?
About 2 years ago. I taught him my tricks and even acted as his producer. And so a mere amateur became a popular magician overnight. Courtesy of my magic on the stage we call television. Hope you enjoyed the show.
You really had us all fooled.
Did nobody fingerprint this jackass and figure out that it wasn't the real Mr. Mr. Rias from previous years? Mr. Rettens, or should I say Mr. Rias? In your hatred of troop grammar, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery. And then set up Miss Wright to take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Grammary name. I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, that much is true. But it was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. That rhymed, yay! Yet she learned of the plan and made use of it to commit murder. That is how strongly the criminal element runs in the blood of these Grammaries.
Objection!
Who'd have 13-year-old fingerprints on standby? I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps. Who knows? Also, Shadow says, I would say villain alert, but there's really no evidence yet. Also, this is Japan. They don't fingerprint unless crimes involving them happen. Okay, but this is the US of A, technically. I'd like to complain, please. But if it was a secret prank plan that very few people knew about, couldn't you have been the one to use it for murder instead? I got Japanifornia. God! Yikes! His head! Are you seriously that weak-willed? Just kidding. What the heck was that? Heed my words, lawyer lad, or head my words in this case. I fear your grasp on reality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real. It employs neither tricks nor gimmicks. Enough with the ambiguity. Why don't you make your point already? My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmadhi? Yes, I suppose that is correct. The witness does have a solid alibi. What? Recall, defense, that at the time of the magic show, Mr. Rettens was at Take-Two TV, a fact that many people can easily attest to. That's right, I forgot all about that. So what do you think, Your Honor? Would you like me to testify on the matter?
Yes, I think you better. Please tell the court more about your alibi.
Very well, then. On with the show. Are you watching, Magnifi Grammary? The time has finally come for my magic to snuff out your precious pedigree. Can somebody get a fire extinguisher in here? The Grammary line will be no more. I was at the TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth. Fancy pants bastard. Do you understand now, perhaps? I did not grace the theater with my presence until after the incident. So how could I have committed the murder? His staff did say he was there at the station. So it sure does sound like a rock-solid alibi. But that can't be right. If Mr. Rettens is the killer, he'd have to have been at the theater. There's gotta be a hole somewhere in his story. I assure you, there are no holes on Mr. Rias' stage. No tricks, no gimmicks. True magic doesn't need trapdoors to escape through. Do enjoy my show to the fullest. And my real alibi.
Rightio, I have one life. Let's see if I screw up. I was at the TV station at the time of the Predator. But you did come to the theater eventually, isn't that right?
Indeed. Anxious to see how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theater. Oh, let's see. My journey took about 10 minutes by car.
Could he actually have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim?
Allow me to stab at reading your mind. Could I have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim?
Oh, and the... it's pretty easy to figure that out.
But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. The driver is a big fan of the ratings Raja. I even gave him my card.
He gave the driver his card? That was very clever of him.
You might as well give it up, lad. Questioning real magic is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident.
Funny Stuff says, every time he says no tricks, no gimmicks, you feel like he's selling me a miracle weight loss supplement from a pyramid scheme. No tricks, no gimmicks. Just one pill a day, every day, for the next 3 months, and you will become magically thin without having to diet. Eat all the food you want. Atkins has nothing on my ass. Shadow says, unrelated comment that actually no one cares about. There is a problem with your creative AU in the form of this guy. It would be too complicated to explain exactly how he's a problem in the chat, though. Oh, strange. Hello, Bitsby. I am home. Were you out, Mint? Okay, neat. I had no idea. I didn't know you were on mobile. Any whoozy doos. Busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. At Grandma's house with a bad laptop? Is that what GMA means? That's what I'm assuming. What was this other TV show you were working on? Yeah, thank God. My own special project, you see. Oh, one moment. Perhaps this is more appropriate. It's a Ratings Raja special production. Yeah, hang loose, baby. It's called Desperation Regeneration. He switched personas just to say that. What's the show about?
Washed-up has-been singers and comedians get together to play musical chairs. The winner of the game is given a second chance at their career. A priceless prize for chumps who washed up too early in life. Girl, sounds great, right? Might I suggest you appear on that show, Mr. Justice? As the ex-lawyer who used to make ridiculous bluffs in court and faded sadly into obscurity.
What did you miss? Apparently the Ratings Raja is mysterious. There you go. There's something you missed. And let the Ratings Raja produce my TV debut? Not in his lifetime. You have great reactions. Who knows? TV might be your true calling. Hey, whose side are you on?
In any case, I was overseeing production of this program during the Penrose performance. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. I believe I did, so do I have proof of that?
How do we know those staff members aren't in cahoots with you?
I make it my business to perform solo. My magic has neither need nor want of assistance. After all, one of them could reveal the secrets behind my magic, could they not?
So he doesn't trust anybody, huh? He's the complete opposite of Trucy.
There were many people there in the studio audience who saw the witness as well. Even if he had been able to persuade his own staff to cover for him, he could not have convinced so many complete strangers to do the same.
He really has made a rock-solid alibi for himself. Yeah, it's almost too good, you know? It's eerie how perfect it is. You might elaborate more in the Discord, but you don't want to info dump in a server. I guess it's up to you. Has all been revealed to you now?
And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks. Just weight loss. Lots and lots of weight loss.
I've got it. Do you have a brother? A brother that looks exactly like you, maybe.
Again with the twin business? You think the audience will let you get away with using the same gimmicks twice in a row?
If you do not believe him, Defense, why not investigate for yourself? Weight Watchers. That's not a part of my Weight Watchers numbers. Though I am sure your efforts will prove to be thoroughly fruitless.
Yeah, I guess the twins theory is a little far-fetched.
Oh dear, that was the last bit of the, oh no.
His alibi really is airtight.
Funny Stuff has got a recap. The non-Magic Man is actually Magic Man, and Magic Man, whoa, now he's, not, okay. And Magic Man, not how he is not burning his hand when he does that. Hey, I don't freaking know.
I believe we've heard enough. While I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant, there's no reason to doubt that he was at the TV station at the time of the incident.
Funny Stuff's going to dinner.
Sweet.
Foods. Yes. The facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this crime. These last rites for the victim have dragged on long enough. The soul of the victim himself is so bored that it is resting on top of Your Honor's head.
It is? I did feel a little bit of weight up there.
The time has come. Let us punish the sinner and guide the victim's soul to the Twilight Realm. Apollo! Trucy will be thrown in prison! And we'll be out of a job! But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at a good price? I told you I have absolutely zero intention of going off on a tuna boat.
Think, Justice. You have to figure this out. It's no use. I can't find a single flaw. So what now?
Behold my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mr. Rias. And stay for my grand illusion until the end of time. Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his? That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there.
In other words, you make us see illusions, right?
We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
Could it be?
You know what, Mr. Ruttons? I guess we have all been spectators to the elaborate illusion you've prepared for us. An illusion that has subtly turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see. What are you going on about, lad? Have you got something, Nepal? I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says is there really... what a magician says is there really isn't, and what they say isn't there actually is. If we've all been taken for a ride by Mr. Ritten's magic, then maybe he's made us see something that wasn't really there. It's time to rethink all of my assumptions about the case. I'm just going to save, because I only have one life. If we're rethinking stuff, then oh my god. What if we've been made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we taken to be the absolute facts of this case? If I reevaluate the validity of all these things, then just maybe... Athena, there's something uncanny about this case. Okay, what is it? Britton's alibi. It's too perfect. That's true. It's like it's impossible to break no matter how hard we try. But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's exactly what he wants us to think. I'm not following. We're not making any headway here because we've been so focused on breaking his alibi. Oh, I think I get it. You're saying he's using misdirection on us, right? It's definitely a possibility.
Would the defense care to share with everyone what it's discussing over there? Don't keep it to yourselves, kids.
Your Honor, we believe that if we were to reconsider a certain assumption, we may finally arrive at the truth. In fact, I think we'll even finally see who's hiding behind the curtain, so to speak.
And what is this certain assumption you're thinking of?
This is the one key assumption we've been taking for granted this whole time. Roger Retton's guilt. The culprit was on scene. The crime scene. The culprit was on scene. What if the culprit was somewhere other than the theater at the time of the crime? What if there was some way to commit the murder without actually being there? If that were the case, then Mr. Retton's perfect alibi would become irrelevant. How could one person stab another to death with a sword without physically being there? Furthermore, we all saw that what appears to be the culprit's shadow in the footage. But couldn't we just as easily assume that the shadow does not belong to the culprit?
Well, if it's not the culprit, then whose is it?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. We've all seen something that looks like this shadowy shape before, Your Honor. During the magic show itself. You love how the judge is clueless. He's always clueless.
In that case, please point it out in the show footage for us.
This is the thing that looks suspiciously similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. Righto, so. Here. Let's just scope through here. Yeah, I'm just going to scrape a little through. Because I don't completely 100% remember where it's located. Come on. Where was it located? I'm trying to remember. I missed it. Shoot. Okay, go back. There we go. Back to the cloud of smoke. Okay, cool. Because I knew it was somewhere around the cloud of smoke. I'm just like, where are you? Ta-da! Oh, there it is. There we go. Thank you. I knew what the game was, like, going on about. I was just like, where is it? 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 There you are. Doesn't this shadow resemble the suspicious shadowy figure?
Now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it?
Miss Wright, could you identify this shadow for the court? Let's see. I believe that's Mr. Hat's shadow. It's from when he's being pulled up from the stage to the catwalk overhead by wire. Then could this shadow that's shown later in the footage be Mr. Hat too? No, that's not possible. After Mr. Hat was pulled up to the catwalk, he stayed up there. In other words, this second shadow is from some other figure being pulled up.
Some other figure? I'm afraid you'll need to be more specific than that, Mr. Justice.
He's right. We've come this far, and it's time to save again. Again, I'm being very cautious because, for God's sakes. Just have to figure it out from the clues I have on hand.
What is the second shadow shown in the footage?
Well...
You have to be specific, Mr. Justice. Sorry, I have a slur.
Anyway. What could it be? I doubt it would be the body. Like, what would be flying up is the main question. What would we want to prove is flying upwards? Gotta be specific, Mr. Jesus. Is it a sword? You got to be Pacific, Monsieur Juices. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, we got to think about the stuff that's actually at the scene. Let's consider that. Okay, we know a sword is at the scene, for sure. Be Pacific, we have many burger. Damn it, now I want a burger. Alright. Don't think it would be the... See, the thing is, I'm teetering on a couple of different things. I don't know why it would be the body. In fact, I feel like that would be one of the main things that would be noted or pointed out. Mint says, I think I know what it is. My badge? Oh, of course. Let's see. Don't think it has anything to do with any of... Well, maybe it has something to do, like, tangentially with the contract, so let's read these things closely real quick. You won't say unless you want you to say it. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know if I need any help. Shadow says, dang it, I always get hungry late at night. Just realized you're cranky. Have a cheese stick. Have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Okay. I don't think it would have been the dragon, because the dragon would have been ridiculous and huge. But there's only one thing that I can honestly say kind of mirrors exactly what the shape would be, and that would be the body. Apollo, have a Snickers. But then the question is, what should I present in that case? And why would the body be sucked upwards? If we consider what was happening on the stage at the time, there's only one answer. The shadow belonged to the fake Mr. Rias. Holy shit, that's right! In other words, Mr. Man of Mystery.
The victim?
Mint says, it's so painfully obvious it's killing me. Wait, what? Gotcha. Please take a look at the prank plan script. Mr. Mystery was to pretend to be dead and then fly up into the air after that. Isn't that right, Mr. Retins? Indeed, and what of it? You thought it was the riser? Aha, I got it. Mr. Mystery. I contend that that's exactly what happened. The victim was wearing a stunt harness around his waist. I was wondering what that was on the back of his outfit. It was most likely attached to a stunt wire so that he could be pulled up into the air.
So you're suggesting that after pretending to be dead in the coffin, the victim flew up into the air just as the prank script says?
Exactly. We just couldn't see him go flying up because the dragon was blocking our view. And that last trick, ladies and gentlemen, is the true pièce de résistance of the culprit's murderous magic show. Don't tell me. You got it all figured out?
Yes, I think so.
If we can just look beyond Mr. Ritten's last bit of misdirection, we should finally be able to see the real truth. The victim must have been pulled up to the catwalk just like Mr. Hat, and hit the cushion up there with considerable force. I just have to figure out what else happened up there at that time.
Are you ready to elaborate, Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready.
In that case, please answer me this.
Wait, Your Honor.
Why did the culprit make the victim fly up into the air like that?
To falsify an alibi, to murder him, to hide the body. You know what? It was to murder him. Just why did the culprit have the victim fly up after he appeared in the coffin? And how did the victim actually die? When he was only pretending to be dead in the coffin? If we can figure out how these two questions relate, the answer should become clear.
Could it be?
Mr. Mystery must have thought he was still just part of a prank when he appeared on stage. He probably didn't suspect a thing as he was being pulled into the air. After Miss Wright was called backstage and just as the set piece fell. But the culprit had already planted the real murder weapon in a cushion in the catwalk. It was probably a knife or blade of some sort.
What? You mean...
Yes, it really was a magical murder. Just as the prank script said, Mr. Mystery was whisked up into the air. And straight into a blade there in the catwalk. In other words, this murder was committed remotely through the use of a magic trick.
What?
Remotely?
Using this method, it wouldn't matter where Mr. Rettens was at the time of death. Haha. Mint says, well, you see, Rettens is... Mr. Palo. Sir Palo, of course.
But how exactly does it work, Mr. Justice?
Just before the murder occurred, the dragon set piece was up in the catwalk. And Mr. Manov Mystery were connected to each other by a wire at the time. By carrying out the prank plan, Betty made the dragon set piece fall, which caused Mr. Mystery to rocket straight up and into the blade in the cushion. The cushion was high up enough to be hidden from the audience's view. That's why nobody saw the blade. Oh, the big gash in Mr. Hat's cape. The blade must have been set up overhead sometime before the magic show. Mr. Hat must have slashed by it too when he was pulled up the cushion. Mentius says, where's the puncture wound?
I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was told that Trucy would freak out if I made the set piece fall. That's the only reason I did it.
You were used, Betty. Roger Rettens used you.
I thought he was my little puppet to boss around, but it was the other way around.
After the incident occurred, Mr. Rettens arrived at the theater. He got the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with the bloodiest steel one. The bloodied one, rather. The bloodiest steel weapon of all time. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage.
But how did he have time to do all that?
When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. He was able to do all those things after the fact because there was no one around to see. The bloodiest, steeliest weapon. Weaponiest weapon.
A horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show. That sounds like the kind of murder only a magician could pull off.
As long as the show proceeded, as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Rittens, who killed the victim, all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say, murder plan, proves your murderous intent. Grammary! Peace be with you.
Enough. You dim-witted, ignorant, imbecilic, putrid red pepper.
He can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let go and move on. Do you have a rebuttal or something, Prosecutor Sadmati? Matt Mercer is amazing. I agree. I don't know why we're bringing him up, but yes.
No blade of any kind was found in the catwalk, which means you have no evidence to support your theory.
But Mr. Rittens retrieved it after the fact. He can make gibberish sound badass. Okay.
Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory.
But
without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage? That's where the blood-stained sword was found, after all.
That is a very good point.
As the only person who could have committed the crime there on that stage, Truzy Wright remains the prime suspect. It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, you have done nothing to prove the accused's innocence. It is time at last to let it go and move on.
I say they're both in cahoots. He's Jotaro, McCree, Yusuke, and Nayuta. He's a man of every talent. Amazing. So, when you were playing through the game, you were like, huh? I'd like Nayuta to sound more like Yusuke, and you didn't realize it was the same voice actor. Oh, nice. And also, X from Puyo Puyo Tetris. Alvin and Jesus, we're saying everybody on the under the sun. Again, some people have these monstrous voice acting credits, like ridiculous amounts of work that they've done. How many voices did this man do? Many, many, many. Are you seeing this, Magnifi Grammary? My magic is exacting punishment on your granddaughter. The Grammary name is done for. Apollo, we need to hit them with a decisive piece of evidence here. I know, that's just what I was thinking. You'd still like Nayuta's voice to be deeper, but what we got was good. Oh man, it's great, I think.
Mr. Justice, do you or don't you have anything to prove that the witness committed this remote murder you proposed?
Of course I do, Your Honor. This entire incident was carried out exactly according to the script. Right, so theoretically, there should be no evidence for us to find or use, which means our best bet is to see if something unscripted happened. There's gotta be something Rittens couldn't have foreseen. And once I find it, that's how I'll expose his murderous trick. Get ready, Mr. Rittens, because I'm about to reveal the secret to your magic. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, just some good old-fashioned logic. Brain blast! Ooh, okay, this is a cool thing. As long as the magic show went as scripted, the murder would happen without fail. Everything in this case was carefully planned so that no evidence would be left behind. Still, one thing happened that definitely wasn't in the plan. What part of the magic show wasn't part of the show's original script? The set piece falling, Bonnie's mistake, Man of Mysteries, I think his death was absolutely intended. I mean, I feel like the set piece falling was definitely something that was a part of the script, but let me actually check this real quick. Hold on, that's a show script. Let me take a look at the prank script real quick. Mysterious body will appear in the supposedly empty coffin, which should cause a big ruckus after capturing a bit of truth. Come back to life, laughing, flying up in the air, causing another round. Weirdly, the set piece falling isn't actually anything involved with this, so I'd like to think it's probably the set piece falling. Or not. No, that can't be it. It was quite a shock when the set piece fell, but that was part of the prank plan. What I have to figure out is what wasn't part of the culprit's master plan. Okay, I guess it must have been Bonnie's mistake then. Holy crap, we are moving at light speed. Deja vu! Bonnie made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. What mistake did Bonnie make during the magic trick? Her life choices! Oh god. It was Mr. Hat's positioning, right? Say it! Oh god, I really should have picked it. Sorry. Because Bonnie placed Mr. Hat to the right of the coffin instead of the left, Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the show script. But the culprit didn't know that when he first arrived at the theater, which means that he was bound to make a slip-up when he tampered with the crime scene. Which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? It had been a funny dialogue, but it wasn't anything astounding. Oh, okay. It's just like, yeah, she has made several horrible life choices, but that's not relevant. Okay, which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? Fingerprints on the coffin, the edited show footage, blood in the coffin hole. No, I don't think the blood in the coffin hole would have been it. That lines up perfectly. The fingerprints on the coffin were particularly... That didn't really work out all that well. I don't know, the edited show footage ended up... Okay, question is, why would... You know, here's a good question. Why the heck would that footage need to be edited in the first place? That spin. That doesn't make any sense. I feel like the edited show footage would definitely have to have had to have happened. And I feel like he probably would have accounted for that to make sure that editing wouldn't have even happened. No. Okay, never mind. No, the discrepancy between the two videos proved the footage had been edited, but that didn't have anything to do with Trucy's position. So in that case... Which part of the... Okay. I guess the fingerprints then, because that's one of the things that was kind of like the, unaccounted for thing. No! No, that's not right. Even if Trucy's position changed, that wouldn't affect the placement of the fingerprints on the outside of the coffin. Besides, Trucy didn't even leave any fingerprints. So in that case... So I guess it was the blood... See, can you tell that I'm really off base and I don't know where he's going with this? Alright, I guess the blood in the coffin hole had to be different then. On the wrong side of the coffin, too. Thinking Trucy had appeared on the left, the culprit must have put the blood on the left hole, but the blood was eventually discovered in the right hole during the police investigation. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means he must have tampered with the scene again after to make it line up with the facts. To make the crime scene consistent with the facts, the culprit must have dropped the set piece, swapped the coffin sides, wiped off the fingerprints, swap the coffin sides. The culprit swapped the coffin's sides. That's right. The left and right panels of the coffin are interchangeable. The culprit must have switched two panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. But the switch might have also given rise to something unnatural. Oh, I remember now. There was something unnatural about the coffin, and it's just the evidence I need. Sorry, Apollo Justice is having a stalk. Sorry, Mr. Rettens, but I have some very conclusive proof of your guilt. Another bluff, is it? There's no way you have anything of the kind. My magic is real. No there are tricks and gimmicks to it. It's just like any other illusion. What? After the murder, You switched the left and right panels of the coffin, didn't you? Gah. And because you did, you left behind something very unnatural for us to find. This proves that Roger Renton's tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place. Save. Good idea. Roger Renton's tampered with the crime scene after the murder. Okay. So by swapping them, I'm trying to remember back to that. And also, I forget. Video cam. Yeah, that's just the plant. That's the planted evidence. That doesn't make any sense. So... traces of blood in one of the coffin's holes. It's possible the blood was placed there after the fact. In addition to the prints from the victim and Betty DeFame's fingerprints were found on the top. Since we were talking so much about the coffin, I feel like the crime photo would probably have something.
That proves the witness tampered with the scene of the crime?
No, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, and I will explain how in just one sec. Uh-oh, I think I might have gotten it wrong. What an amateur. I can see right through it. Right through what? Your gimmick, your bluff, whatever you want to call it. Or should I call it what it is? A lie? But I'm not. Burn. Yo, what? Apollo, your forehead, it's on fire! What, how? Put it down, put it down!
You're burning through my patient's defense.
How did he burn my scalp?
That's enough. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. This court finds the defendant Trucy Wright guilty.
Well, we were so close. I almost made it through with a full, clean course. All right. Question. Where would it plop me if I press try again? We have a save, so in the event this doesn't plop me in the right place. Sorry, Mr. Rittens, but I have some very here we go. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and continue to skip through this. Whatever. We skipped to the brain blast. And that's fine. I'd like to have, 5 lives to work with instead of just getting guilty constantly. No, can you tell that, I still have not completely booted into this case? I don't know the aha moment just yet. Let's see. Mr. Rios transforms into a dragon. Trucy's hot trick. Bonnie's teleportation. Mr. Rios' fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure a bucket is ready. Fingerprints? There we go. Son of a bitch. The fingerprinting results.
What about the fingerprinting is unnatural?
I thought it might have been fingerprints, but I'm just no.
Let's take a look at the prints the victim left inside the coffin, shall we?
If the victim was facing forward... Oh, right! I totally forgot about that. If the victim was facing forward in the coffin, his prints should have looked like this. However, what we found was... they were facing the opposite direction. It's quite unnatural for the prints to be facing this way, wouldn't you agree?
It is strange, isn't it? But how did they get this way?
They got this way because the culprit thought the magic show had gone according to script. The culprit thought Mr. Hat would be on the left side of the coffin. And that Miss Wright would also pop up to the left of the coffin as per the show's script. He then assumed she had thrust the sword into the hole on the left side of the coffin. That's why he put blood in the left hole when he was trying to cover up his crime. But sometime after leaving the bloodstain, the culprit must have realized his mistake. He found out that due to Bonnie's mistake, Mr. Hat was to the right of the coffin. And that despite the script, Miss Wright had thrust the sword into the hole on the right. In short, the hole with the blood in it was on the side opposite to the one that Trucy used. To make the blood's location fit the fact, he had to tamper with the evidence yet again. So he tried to cover his tracks by switching the coffin's left and right panels.
Oh, and that's how the fingerprints in the coffin ended up backwards!
Because the culprit switched the two side panels around, the prints ended up facing the opposite direction.
But instead of going to all that trouble with the panels, why didn't the culprit just wipe the blood away and redo it on the other side?
I'm afraid that wouldn't have worked, Your Honor, because of a little something called luminol testing.
Oh, right, luminol. I almost forgot. It's because it hasn't been covered in this courtroom in so freaking long. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember a specific orca. But wait, whatever. That's DLC. Luminol can detect trace amounts of blood even if it's been wiped away, right?
That's right. Wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of his meddling. Did I know that luminol's a real thing? Yes, I knew that. I'll bet it, Mr. Rittens. I did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I? Trucy Wright could have done the same just as easily. You have no proof that it was the witness who tampered with the evidence. Ah, but I do have proof. What? A person who was in the magic show would never have made the mistake of putting the blood on the wrong side. Least of all, Miss Wright, who surely would have remembered she was on the other side.
Oh my, you're absolutely right!
Why, you impudent. I'm sure you've realized by now, Prosecutor Sadmadhi, that your claim that Miss Wright is the culprit just doesn't hold up. You and the accused are most certainly... Really? Miss Wright and I? Because I'd think you're the one with a ticket there for a ticket there for trying to convict an innocent girl. The prayer beads have exploded. Damn! I've never seen a breakdown of the prosecutor before, or at least not really. Shadow says, didn't find out until earlier this year that luminol was a thing. Didn't assume it was fake, but you'd never seen it outside of Ace Attorney. Oh, okay.
Prosecutor Sadmati, are you alright?
As for the true culprit, he is someone who knew how the show was supposed to go but didn't actually see it, and someone who had the chance to tamper with the crime scene after the incident. And the only person who fits the bill is you, Roger Rettens. Gramarye. All the secrets of your tricks have been revealed. And with no tricks left, I'm afraid your show has been canceled. Permanently. Magically break down, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. All of my secrets have been revealed, you say? Don't make me laugh, boy. Mine is the true real magic. There are no secrets to reveal. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the true power of the great Mysterious. Witness a magic far greater than Troop Gramarye's. Burn! Crumble! Fall to my furious flames! The great Mysterious will bring an end to all of you. You all, and now for the final heir to the Gramarye name. Right here, right now, you too shall burn... No! This isn't right. Oh my god. No, I didn't do anything wrong. No, it's not my fault. I'm not the one to blame. I'm the victim here. What? Stop! No! Curse you, Grammarly!
Wow. Wow, the symbolism is strong in that one. They put so much effort into these freaking games animations, I agree. Curse those Grammarys. It's all because of them. Even now, they wound me. Curse them all to the abyss. Do you really hate us that much? Does your hatred run that deep? Deep enough to kill an innocent man? You're damn right! You have no idea what humiliations I had to suffer! Your grandfather, Magnify Grammarly, kicked me out after I got hurt practicing my magic! He said I was too unskilled, that I would mess up on stage. He threw me out of the troupe just because he worried about his own reputation. Since I was but a child, it was always my dream to become a great magician. But that Magnify, he took it all from me. Could have just become a magician yourself and showed him up, jackass. But that's no excuse. It's no reason to do something so evil. Magic is supposed to make people happy, not used as a means for murder. What's the big deal? I just used what I had available to me, that's all. I get it now. That attitude toward magic is why my grandfather kicked you out. You don't deserve to call yourself a magician. Who are you talking to? He's been in your head the whole time. See, he's nowhere in the court, and you're staring at the judge. Don't deserve? I don't know about that. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for that lawyer over there, you would be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troop Grammarly was defeated by the great Mr. Ruse. You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy Wright. You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn. Take care, Grammarly. You lose. If anyone needs to learn to let it go and move on, it's this guy. This court and my prison can both burn in the flames of my creation. Yeah, good luck trying to fashion in your magician type of stuff in prison, you jackass. I don't know. Do you guys have, like, you know, hair-thin, invisible wire in prison? I don't think so.
Bailiff, take Mr. Rettens away. And bring a fire extinguisher just to be safe.
It's supposed to be a pun on mysterious, but you thought it was Ruse too, so I guess it was also intentional. I'm just calling him Ruse. Whatever.
It looks like we've reached the end. I feel as though I've been watching a grand magic show.
It was close, but we just barely made it through somehow. Don't listen to his lies.
Huh? Why does Trucy look so down?
Miss Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I'm about to announce my verdict. Could I see that wonderful smile of yours? That smile of a true entertainer? As I do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Trucy Wright, not guilty! Happy smiles, nobody's happy. Nobody's egos have been shattered. Including yours. Court is adjourned.
Right. right. What kind of happy-pappy thing are we going to have to do with Trucy to actually truly make her okay? You like that there's apparently confetti in the courtroom. Yeah. Yeah, in this courtroom. In the United States, we have confetti. They just have a whole bunch of butterfly spirits in the, in Kirain. Anyways, April 28th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Thank you for everything, Polly.
Oh, Trucy! Grazie a Dio! I don't even know. You can open your show tomorrow, just as planned. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yep, and it's all thanks to you two.
Oh, but now that Mr. Rios is gone, I'll need to find somebody to replace him.
Don't look at me. I don't like the way she's looking at me.
Tracy, I'm so sorry about everything. Hey, what are you apologizing for? Roger Retton's used us. We're victims too. He even made me an accomplice to murder. But Betty, we have to take some of the blame for this too, you know. Even if we didn't know he was planning to kill Mr. Mystery, we did cooperate with him.
There's not... Everyone is schizophrenic.
It's all my fault, isn't it?
Neither one of you is to blame. The only one in the wrong here is the person who used magic to commit murder, Roger Retton us.
Don't you think I know that? So, what? Look, say what you want, but don't think for a second that I don't still hate you.
Ah, you're just sunder as balls.
I guess she really does hate me. But, Betty, why? You used to be a huge fan of Trucy's.
Hey, shut up! I've always hated her.
Really? But if we hadn't seen Trucy's magic show, we never would have tried to become professional magicians ourselves, right?
Speak for yourself!
But, Betty, you still have her autograph.
Shut up! Was she acting that way this whole time because she secretly loves Trucy? Yep. Nailed on the head. Oh, Wheaties PC updated, yeah, because of Windows updates. Whoopsies. The VOD will always be there, and the upload will be there a lot longer. Sundere bat. Wow, Trucy never... I never knew that being the best could be so tough.
Come on, Bonnie, we're leaving. We have to get ready for tomorrow's show. Hey, you're really excited about performing with Trucy again, aren't you?
That's not true, so zip it, dummy.
Polly, do you think I really am a naive greenhorn?
Huh? No way. She's not... I knew it. He wormed those ideas into her head. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for that lawyer over there, you would be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troop Grammary was defeated by the great Mysterious. You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy Wright. You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn! No, Rettons did not win. Nope. I disagree. Trucy, don't tell me you're talking what don't tell me you're taking what Rettons said to heart.
Well, maybe a little. I didn't see through his tricks, and I let myself be taken in by his magic. I can't trust myself anymore.
Nice smile on your face as you say it.
Maybe he was right to call me a greenhorn.
You shouldn't take stock in his words. He doesn't even know the first thing about you. Huh? You're a wonderful grammary magician. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Apollo, but what makes you say that? I assume it's going to be something I need to present. Almost everyone in Troop Grammary is a douche, so yep, he's right at home. Mario does point out that Valent reformed himself. Yeah, I guess. He was kind of a douche in some capacity in a few places. He admitted his guilt and turned himself in. Yeah, I guess. I know you're a wonderful grammar magician because of this. The first thing I immediately think is the notebook.
Take that!
My grandfather's notebook?
Grammary Creed. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. When you performed your magic trick in court today, you showed the world your dedication to your troop's creed. Even through all the jeering, you kept a smile on your face and won the crowd over. You are everything Magnifique could have hoped for in an heir. You're a great magician, Trucy. A great
Magician? Me?
You really are. That's why. You don't have to worry about what Retton said.
Oh, Polly, thank you. Still, I couldn't have done it without you. I would have lost my nerve if I'd been alone up there. But I was able to keep on smiling because of you.
Me?
I remember what you said to me in the detention center.
Jesus, so many flashbacks. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right?
Yes, I remember doing it.
Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy.
But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but...
I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry. You're going to be fine.
Your words were what kept me going. Apollo, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I can be everything I was meant to be.
Trucy's real smile's the best. I'm so glad I could make that happen.
Hey, Emma.
Emma?
I'm really sorry, Trucy, for everything.
But why?
Well, I got back on the snack ooze again, and I broke my promise. Well, I wasn't able to convince the prosecutor Sadmai what a good person you are. And I had to testify against you, too.
You have nothing to apologize for. You were just doing your job.
You're too kind.
Oh, I don't know about it. Huh? Something wrong, Emma?
No,
Oh, jeez! Prosecutor Sadmati, what are you doing here?
Detective Sky,
yes?
I require your forensic expertise in order to close this case. Come, let us go.
Ugh. Why'd you have to be intertwined in his ribbons? His beautiful ribbons? Jesus. There's a lot of debating and stuff happening in the chat. Hold on a second. 3 games worth of wait is a bit long, though. She better get her act together and give Phoenix the go-ahead. Hold on a second. Thalassa isn't so much a douche as much of I am trying to keep secrets that I will just not tell anyone ever forever. 3 game. Okay. The thing about that, there seemed to be no reason not to tell them at the end of Apollo Justice, but now that she and Phoenix are waiting for the right time, now there needs to be a reason. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to throw any dirt on Thalassa just yet. Wait, Prosecutor Sadmati!
The trial is over, Mr. Justice. You and I are strangers once more, with no further need to interact, until the next case that we're obviously going to be fighting back and forth together, because that's how Apollo Justice and Phoenix Wright game works.
Strangers? Have you really forgotten all about me?
What?
You've really changed, Nahuta. Telling me to let it go and stuff. What happened to you?
Oh, lawyer of impure soul. I have nothing to say to the likes of you.
Are you serious, Nahuta?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
How are you guys acquainted? I'm trying to remember. There he goes. What was that all about, Apollo? How do you know Prosecutor Sadmati? Let's just say we're old acquaintances.
Acquaintances? Seems like something more than that.
We were lovers in another life. Yeah, well.
You don't like to talk about your past, do you? There's nothing to remember. This is new. Apollo doesn't like talking about it. Because you always change the subject. Damn it, I have tells.
I guess I'll have to talk about it someday, but for now... Come on, let's forget about the past and celebrate Trucy's future.
Sure, if you say so.
Hey, it's Mr. Wright!
Put him on speakerphone, Apollo.
What's up, Mr. Wright?
Apollo! How's Trucy? What happened at the trial? Did you get a not guilty verdict? I think you've been shaking in your boots the whole time.
Mr. Wright, slow down. Everything's fine.
Hi, Daddy. I'm okay now. She was found not guilty in a very dramatic turnabout. Plus, we saved the office. It was a great victory for Apollo. Whew, that's a load off my mind. Can't thank you enough, Apollo. Now I know I can trust you to hold down the fort anytime.
Me? Really?
Yes, you. You're a real full-fledged lawyer now in my eyes.
A full-fledged lawyer? I still can't wrap my mind around it.
Thank goodness you were there to take care of everything. And thank you, Apollo.
No need to go that far, boss. Especially not in front of everyone.
Oh, and by the way, I won't be able to make it to tomorrow's show, so I was hoping you could go. You'll do that for me, won't you?
Of course! I wouldn't miss it for the world! Full-fledged.
So Daddy asked you to come to tomorrow's show, huh? As my assistant, right?
No. He just asked me to go cheer you on.
Okay, then I'll be sure to save you the best seat in the house, Polly.
The best seat in the house?
I really appreciate the thought, but, good, then it's settled. You're gonna be the one I saw in half! Yay! April 29th. Penrose Theater. The stage.
Objection!
What? Objection? Ugh, I should have known.
Oh my god, I was joking! I was joking!
That this is what she meant?
Magical girl Trucy Wright will now perform her greatest illusion yet. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real magic.
Wait a minute, you're kidding, right? There is a trick or gimmick, right? I'm too young to die!
Now then, Mr. Hat, you know what to do with the sword.
No, wait, stop! No, no!
And that is how Trucy in Grammaryland ended on a rousing high note. With a big round of applause and Polly's ear-splitting screams.
What kind of an ending is that?
And so Apollo died, the end. And, yep, that's the last chapter. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and watching a little bit of Spirit of Justice. Anyway. For the next trick, I will split Apollo in half. Ah! Back in Karain for the next case. I figured. Anyway, let's go ahead and save. Fun fact, apparently the last stream that I did, I forgot to save. So I had to do a little bit of skipping back to where we were before. Ooh, let's get a little bit of a sneak preview of what the next thing is going to be.
Wakey, wakey, 201. Got some more questions.
Oh, you escape.
Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's...
We got a convict!
Things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on. We're small
Whoa.
fries compared to... Huh?
Oh, Jesus. That ain't good. Super assassin. Either that or some kind of a yokai demon. Oh. He's fancy. Did he take his knife? Or was that the exact same one? Ah, crap. And I'm sure someone I really, really like is going to be blamed for it. Cool. All right, well, we're back here the next time. Funny Stuff says, I don't remember much of this case, but you remember liking it. Well, that's good, because we're going to be diving back into that the next time that I stream Ace Attorney.
This has been fun. I'm actually really glad that I decided to split this this thing up into 2 different streams because, good lord, yeah, that would have lasted a very long time. About 5 hours if I just sat through the whole thing. Nice mask to kill her. Long case. Rightio. I wonder how long this one's gonna be. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Usually these things get a lot longer as time moves on. So maybe that'll be the case. Who knows? Okay, then, I'm going to end the stream. So again, thanks everybody for jumping in and watching me do the stream stuff and chatting in the chat, making the jokes, horrible, cringy jokes, or, like, you know, inappropriate jokes. Basically, all jokes. If you want to take a look at this stream after it's done, I upload them over to the YouTube channel. Just keep in mind that there is a very heavy backlog we're currently working through, so it'll be a while till it gets there, but it will get there. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, on Sunday, I have a good night. Hey, again, thanks for coming out, Mapley. Now, before anybody goes, again, I would just like to let people know, I said it in the Discord server a little bit earlier, but I'm kind of itching to do another Hat in Time mod stream. So that's the plan that I kind of have going on. Not online. I just want to do a regular old standard mod stream. If I'm doing any kind of like online party thing, I want to get together a few local friends to just have in the chat. You know, that kind of a thing. Oh boy, better update your mod then. Oh boy, I don't even know, like, which mod is it? Just while I'm rambling about stuff, why not? Like, I might have it downloaded, I might not. I need to remember if I have or not. I need to, like, get an inventory on Awakening Wood. Okie dokies. So anyway, so there's that. I also need to do a heck of a lot other games. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Has some issues. Well, okay then. There we go. It's going to take too long for me to actually pull up the whole mod list. It's like I don't even have Steam up at the moment. Actually, do I have Steam up? Oh, actually, no, I do. Never mind then. Well, still, it's probably buried underneath a couple of different levels. And I want to go and get some food. Quietly sets online party name to Bitby in order to photobomb him before he realizes it. I don't have online party enabled, so yeah. Okie dokie. Anyway, yes, I'm off. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.